Hey guys, I hope you guys are having a great weekend. I know I am, which is why I'm going to keep this pretty snappy. It's not really a tutorial. I'm doing this video to sort of explain myself. So many of you are writing back to us, complimenting us on our venture, buying stuff from us, asking queries. You guys are together with us on this, and a lot of you are getting motivated. And overall, the response has been absolutely smashing. However, uh, uh, some people have a singular complaint about our whole scene here. They're saying, "Why, man? Why using plastic pots?" And I fully understand your concern. I would have asked the same question, and which is why today I'm going to sort of explain to you why I use plastic pots, and I don't go for a lot of earthen pots. Reason number one being plastic pots are super light. Now, I garden out of my balcony. I get my plants need a photo period of 6 to 8 hours on an average, and I don't get that kind of light keeping my plants only in one place, because I sort of have to chase the sun all day and move my pots in my other balconies. I have 3 balconies, move them according to the direction of the light. And sometimes when it's overcast, it's really gloomy, I put them under the lights, which is in my lab, which is another part of my house. So I need to make sure that I keep moving these pots, and plastic really helps me there, because plastic pots are super light, whereas earthen pots are super heavy. So it's really difficult for me. It will be really difficult for me to move earth pots all over the house, trying to chase the sun because of the sheer weight. Number two is something called as a wicking action. Now, earth pots, because they're made of mud and because they're made of clay, tend to absorb a lot of moisture. So they are not really the best option to go for if your plants are moisture loving. Most of my plants are moisture loving, and the pot absorbs a lot of that moisture from the sides and leaves my soil mix very dry. So I have to ensure that I keep watering those plants, keep watering those pots, to make sure that there is moisture left for my plants. Now, plastic doesn't do that, and once I water my plants, I don't have to worry about the moisture, because the soil will remain pretty moist all day. And that is not true with clay earthen pots. So this wicking action, which is basically moisture absorption, is also a very important factor for me, because I have an 8-hour job. I water my plants in the morning, and by the time I get back from work, I'm hoping that there is moisture retention. So I don't want to take those chances, which is why I go for plastic pots, which don't have a lot of give and keep my soil nice and wet. Third point that I want to bring forward is the fact that plastic is super strong. New age plastic is extremely strong. I can reuse my pots over and over and over again. I can keep them for years and plant 100 cycles in them, and they're still going to be reusable, because they are so strong, and the chance of my plastic pots breaking is absolutely zero, because plastic is virtually indestructible. So that is something that I consider. And clay pots are super breakable. The chances of damage are high, especially in regions like Canada, Europe, north of India, any cold region for that matter, any extremely cold region for that matter. Earth pots are very prone to breakage and damage in such weather. And even normally, when you're moving the pot around, there's a chance that it might slip from your hand, might break, and that is definitely disastrous for the plant. So I don't want to take those chances. That is another reason why I use plastic. The fourth reason, obviously, being the cost. Plastic is one third as costly as earth pots. So it's definitely lighter on my pocket, and I have to watch how much I spend, because I have limitations. I'm pretty sure many of you have limitations in terms of cost, and I want to make sure my grow is sort of not too expensive. I don't overspend. I stay in my limits. Plastic helps me do that. Plus, the varieties of plastic pots is huge. I can get them in any color, shapes, sizes, textures. So aesthetic. So when I'm putting them indoors, or when I'm putting them in a place where I want it to sort of merge with my surroundings, I can do that by choosing different colors. Not many options are available in earth pots, but that is not the Like, that is not my primary criteria, but it is a criteria. So yeah, that is why I use earth plastic pots, guys. And I'm really sorry if I have offended some of you. It does put a dent in our, it does put a dent in our basic uh, core principle of imparting sustainability, environmental consciousness. But it is a conscious call that I've taken, and I hope you guys understand and forgive me for this. But you guys, if you guys have a place which is open to sun, and you don't have to move your pots around too much, you have enough time, you have the staff to make sure that your pots are well watered, your soil is always moist, go for earth pots. They're definitely better, and definitely helps the plant breathe better. But the other advantages of plastic are just way too high, so which is why I use it. Hopefully you guys, if anybody of you knows a great alternative which is non-plastic and which can handle which comes in a variety of pot sizes and colors, and is extremely sort of sustainable, made of sustainable material, please let us know. We will try and incorporate that in our garden here. So hope that explains why we use plastic pots to a lot of you. I hope you guys will forgive us. And yeah, that's it. See you. Please write back to us in case you have any further questions. Thank you.